This is how we do stuff. This is the Cowboys. We're trying to do something. Billy, it's time to lead the football team. It's time. It's your time. It's our time right now. It's our time right now. It's our time right now. It's our time right now.
He was a Giant, and he was a Cowboy. Now these two former rivals have joined forces to bring you the most insightful, perceptive, and controversial sports talk podcast in America. Former Dallas Cowboys defensive end Jim Jeffcoat locks horns with former New York Giants wide receiver Byron Williams. And now, here's Byron Williams and Jim Jeffcoat.
Hey, Byron, you know what? I was just thinking about that song. It is our time right now. It's our time.
Hey, it's our time.
Cowboys time.
And it's great to be in time because this is almost playoff time.
That's right. It is our time. We're second, and we'll talk about that a little later, but we're ranked second in the playoffs now. But unfortunately, only one team gets a bye. Only
Absolutely.
One team this year.
The number one team. The number
Yep.
one team.
There
Right
you
now,
go.
we're looking at the green team. I think the Packers or something
Woo! They're playing pretty well. They are playing pretty well. But this is an unusual year. There are still 26 teams in the playoff hunt. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. 26 teams. I don't know if that's ever happened before.
Never happened. 26 out of 32 teams. That's never happened before.
Yeah, because you think the only teams are the Texans are obviously out of it, the Jaguars, the Jets.
The Jets. Yep.
And then the other team from New York, I don't want to talk about them yet.
The G Queens. The G Queens.
Ooh, I'm not going there. I can't go there. I can't disrespect them for that like that.
Well, you know, this year been one of those years. So the G-Mans, you know, we just writing them off to next year. So
yeah. So I can't believe you're saying that. I'm going like I am saying, wow. But let's talk about some of the teams in the playoff hunt, and they're playing next week. You got the New England Patriots at 9-5 and the Buffalo Bills at 6-6 in New England. In New England.
Gonna be a great game. Be a great game.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Allen is I think he got his mojo going back. I think and the Patriots been playing good at home. So it's gonna be a good game.
Well, here's the problem, and I say it is you say Josh Allen has his mojo back, but it looks like right now that every other game he loses his mojo against the contenders in the AFC. He's struggled.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't beat any contenders. And now they're playing the New England Patriots. Obviously, they did lose last week against obviously they lost against the Indianapolis.
The Colts.
Yeah, they lost against Indianapolis.
Right.
But to me, for the Bills have to really get going because they're a little bit in desperation mode. And you say, well, they're going to have to play well this week, and they're going to have to win a game.
Yeah, they got to win on the road, too. So, if you don't win on the road, you might as well just hang up the playoffs. So, it's
no question.
Critical. Yeah.
No question.
That's kind of what happened last week with the Patriots. I mean, they went to Indianapolis and took them lightly, I think. But of course, Indianapolis beating everybody now. They seem like they got everything on point for us. Running the game, the offensive line looking good. Carson Wentz is on point, so it's looking good over there.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game, and then you got the team that's shocking everybody. We thought we would put them dead in the water is Miami.
They're back in the hunt.
They're back in the hunt. They're 7-7. And
7-7, you know, I was doing the wagger, you know.
Yeah, the waddle. That's what got them when you started doing the waddle.
The waddle. Yeah, that's true. You know, you got to put a little dance in the game. So
and
they looking good.
Yeah, and he was out last week with COVID.
Yeah, he was out. Yeah, so that means they better double team him this week because he gonna be out for some money.
No question. And that's a team that's starting to really come along. And like I
Yeah.
said, people left them dead, and we did. But for the most part, everybody did, and they're showing it.
But
So that's good.
yeah, I think the Dolphins got the Monday night game or Sunday night
Yes,
game.
they do.
Yeah.
And they were telling Tua to play like any other game. Don't worry about it. It's on Monday night. And that's how you have to do it. That's what the head coach was saying to Tua. Don't worry about it because, hey, it just means you're playing a little bit later.
But I tell you what, the Saints defense is no joke. They played a good game this past week.
Yeah, they got something on. They must know something about Tampa Bay. That's twice they beat them this year. Yeah. They got something on them. And everybody else needs to figure that out about it because they get Brady fits. You see Brady over there yelling at their coaches? What kind of joke?
And he broke the iPad. He threw the iPad.
Yeah, I saw that. But
I love Brady because he just like me. He hates to lose, man. When you hate to lose,
but still yelling at the opposing coaches and not get fined for it. There's something going on. There's something.
Yeah. Somebody said they know a secret about Brady girl.
Oh, shoot.
That'll get you every time when somebody knows a secret about your girl. Now I tell you that.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they must know something because they do a good job against Brady the defensive lineman. He had only had 2 sacks the year. He had 3 against Brady in that game.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He had 3 sacks in that game, and he played like a man possessed. And they lost 2 players that they lost the running back Fournette is gone, and then they lost Goodwin. So now I do like Bruce Arians. He's definitely a Jersey guy. They asked him, well, what are you going to do with Antonio Brown? He said, I'm going to bring him back. I need him.
Hey, he tells the truth.
He is. He said his time is
I was gonna say that's what you love about a Jersey coach. You know, a Jersey coach. Hey, that reminds me of Bill Parcells. Hey, he's plain and simple. He gonna tell you what he like and what he don't like.
Yeah, and he said the history's changed now because I need him. So he said, forget that. I might be mad at him, but I ain't that mad. So they are bringing Antonio Brown back. So that's
they playing a team that ain't doing anything. They gonna play the Carolina Panthers next week.
Yeah, they should be.
I'm pretty sure Brady gonna light it up with like 400 yards.
Yeah, because the Carolinas got all kind of, and now the Carolina Panthers said they're gonna play Cam Newton and Sam Darnold in that game. They're gonna play.
But Cam Newton, he came out, and he ain't done nothing since the first time he played. 4 weeks ago.
Instead of that big S, it's a little S.
Little bitty ass.
Yeah, a little bitty. Like you be looking.
Get ready to go into the off season and sit down and watch the game on TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cam needs to be with us talking about games now.
Yeah,
talking about wearing those outfits he wears. I don't think he needs to be on our show.
No, he ain't ready for this. He ain't ready for the old school.
No, he can't handle this.
We talking football over here, baby. We talking football.
The Man of Steel has become 10. Wow. They on it tonight.
Yeah, they own it.
Let's talk about the AFC West. This is fascinating because there's another one. They said KC, is Mahomes hurt? Can KC's defense was awful and all these things. Mahomes trying to throw it deep in every time, all the time. Yeah. Now they're 10-4.
They're 10-4, but they got some COVID cases over there.
Yeah, they just got them. Yeah, Tyreek Hill.
COVID cases, and
exactly right.
I think that's one of the things that these teams gonna have to make those adjustments. They have to make sure they marquee players. I don't know how this COVID getting around, but it seems like it's affecting every team. You got Kelsey, and
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, and Hill. Yeah, I mean both of them look like they tested positive.
Yes,
the last day or two. So this is gonna be crazy.
It's different, but here's the interesting thing, and I'm not doing anything political on this, but there is no professional athlete that had a severity of COVID which is pretty interesting to me,
Yeah.
is that none of them were hospitalized.
Right.
None of them have gotten severely sick. And maybe because they're so well conditioned, that might be it.
That's what I'm
But
thinking. Yeah.
I thought that was interesting to happen to just professional athletes and what's going on.
And that's a good thing to note. I mean, if you're in shape and your immune system is in pretty good shape, and you stand on top of your physical body, it's kind of a quick turnaround for its recovery time. So maybe that's something that they can start making note of. That players are back on the field within a week or 10 days.
And this new variant, as they say, it's not as severe, but it's more transmissible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that I know we don't talk about medical things, and this is football show, but
Right.
it's something that's affecting our sport. And they say basically there's only been like one person died in Europe and one person died in the United States.
Who was that talking about my shirt, man? Hey, you want me to you want my chest to come out? Cam ain't got nothing on me, baby. He ain't got nothing on these muscles.
But let's get back to KC. Has been Mahomes been playing better. He didn't think he has to make the long ball every time. He's throwing the intermediate, and the running game is getting better, and their defense is playing really well.
And I think too, play selection, down in position. What I like about Mahomes though, he move around that pocket. He's not predictable, and he do challenge the defense. And so if you can do those things, you have a better chance of moving that ball up and down that field and scoring points. I mean, that's interesting watching them score 30-some points. So I think they back in their old rhythm, style, motion. Doing some things. The offense they move the receivers around. I just enjoy watching the offense from a ex-player perspective. Just moving the ball around, and then when Kelsey get that ball, man, he turn up and he go for it.
And I mentioned that last week and last weekend on Mac and Jack's show about these tight ends. This is you saw the Ozzie Newton, the Kellen Winslows, various tight ends, the Bo Barrows, and guys like that. But this is a unique era for tight ends, because it seems like if you don't have one, then you don't have the opportunity to win, because you look at these tight ends and what they're doing and how they're performing. They're performing almost like big wide receivers.
They really are, man. And we do a lot of football camps in the summertime up in Cleveland, and they talked about Kelsey being a quarterback in high school, and now you can just see that he got all the skill sets, and he's steady on the sideline, ready to go back in. And that's what you like, man. You like somebody to keep their head in the game,
exactly,
keeping their players and his teammates motivated, and that's what it's all about. And he's played the game the way the game should be played.
Yeah. Now you can talk about the team that's starting to make a move is the Chargers. Yeah. And you like the LA Chargers, but they're starting to make a move. But they are another team with a lot of COVID issues.
Yeah. And I like the Chargers because they got good set of wide receivers. I mean, and the quarterback is just amazing. I mean, a second-year player and doing the things that he have done, he done made history in his first 2 years. And so you got to be, you got to take your hats off to the Chargers. And of course, the coach, he takes chances. And to play and to coach in the NFL, you have to take chances. So that's what I like about it. It's exciting to watch. And the Chargers is, 8-6 now? And they move back into the playoff hunt. They definitely going to look like they definitely going to make the playoffs.
Do you think that a lot of these decisions are because of analytics, or just obviously coaches are being more aggressive?
I think it's a combination of both, because people have started talking about analytics now and what the percentages are and when you should go for 2, when you should go for 4th down, if you're less than 2 yards or whatnot, what the ball is on down in distance. So but I think too, if you're at home, I think you should go ahead and take more chances than going for 2 if you're at home. But I think if you want to if you want to go with the situation like the Ravens did, I think I would have went on and tied the game up and had a better chance in the overtime.
Overtime.
So, but some coaches they going by the analytics now. So that's what I
Yeah.
see. You see more of that now.
Bill Parcells used to have that. He used to have that paper where
Mhm.
all the decisions on it, the analytical decision. But interesting thing, a lot of people, I don't know if he did this in New York, but when I was coaching with him, he would have kickers practice a drop kick. And I didn't know this, but if you kick the drop kick, because that's 2 points,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can kick it through, but it has to hit the ground, and then you have to kick it.
Yeah.
And through the goalpost. And he would have kickers practice that every week.
Yeah, we had a lot of kids coming up and through there after I got there. Holly Sheik probably could do it, but after that, we don't hardly have too many kickers that could do it. And plus, Dave Jennings was a great punter. He punted forever in the league, and then Sean Landetta came. But yeah, I don't think we practiced that. Y'all probably had less skill set of players in the kicking department than we did when Parcells got to the Cowboys. Y'all probably did a little bit more.
Yeah, but he practiced that because he knew it was 2 points, but he never tried it in the game. He wanted to try it. He wanted to try it, but he never tried it. But I thought that was interesting, and he did keep the sheet on where you should do it and what time in the game that you should go for 2 and the situations and everything. He was really good. And if you remember, he would always on Friday he'd have put you through all these situations.
Down in situation. Yeah, I recall that real well.
Remember that, and then he would also do the things where he'd tell the defensive team, don't call timeout in certain situations, and then he'd try to get them in practice, timeout, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's things.
Doug Flutie did do it. Did do it up in New England when he was with the Patriots.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Doug Flutie.
Parcells was the coach.
I was gonna say Bill Belichick. I don't think he would do it. I don't know if he would think about doing it, but Bill don't hardly take no chances. He's all about
no. He's pretty conservative.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson had a lot of gambling in him. Jimmy Johnson, he liked to gamble,
right?
And he would take chances, but that's another story and another day. Now let's look at the AFC North.
Man, that's interesting right there.
Yeah, it is, because we talked about previously the Bills and the Patriots are playing.
Right.
Now we got the Ravens and the Bengals, and they're both 8-6.
8-6. Yeah. In fact, the Bengals just moved ahead of the Ravens just because the position in their division.
Yes.
And they just just one game separating them.
Yeah. So that'd be it. It all depends on the health of Lamar Jackson, but Tyler Huntley was an undrafted free agent. He played at Utah.
Right.
Player of the year over when he was at, I think he was at UCLA I know he was at Utah. And this is one of those facts. They elected him the all-conference quarterback over Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
And he was undrafted. So you got to give the Ravens credit for taking a chance on him.
Yeah, and he came in and done a great job managing the team. I mean, they got back in the game. They would have kicked the extra point. They would have
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I agree with you. But they had I think what they were afraid of, I think they only had 3 corners.
Yeah.
I think they had a lot of injuries, and COVID got them too.
Yeah.
I think there was another situation where COVID dictated why they wanted to end that game.
Yeah, it's definitely personnel decision. Yeah, it's a personnel decision by Harbaugh. So I just think that they played the percentages.
Yeah, and the Bengals got after the Ravens last time.
Oh yeah,
the Bengals got after them. So this will be a fascinating game. And the next game, here's the problem: is the Steelers are 7-6-1, as we know. They tied the Detroit Lions,
right?
And what happened is that the Steelers play who? Kansas City Chiefs.
They played Kansas City Chiefs. And the Steelers, the Steelers playing at home.
If they're playing at home, they're undefeated at home.
Yeah.
They only
But
tied the Detroit Lions.
they barely won that game last week, though.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty tight for them.
They talk about Coach of the Year, and they're saying Belichick possibly, and who else was it? I want to think about it. It was maybe it wasn't Kingsbury. There was another one that was Coach of the Year, and Packers, Matt LaFleur. But you got to give Mike Tomlin credit because he's keeping them competitive.
Yeah,
and you got an aging quarterback. You got some good receivers. They got it really good in receivers, Claypool, and your running back is young, and he's not,
Harris. Harris.
Yeah, I like him, but he's not what right now. But they seem to always be competing. I mean, and then T.J. Watts, and they're talking about Michael Parsons. T.J. Watts has got, 14 and a half sacks?
T.J. Watts is no joke, man. He been playing lights out. If he stay healthy, if he's on that field, you better be looking out for him. You're a quarterback, you better have your head
exactly.
Exactly. He's going to be right there down your throat. I tell you that now.
Exactly. So that's the thing. But the Steelers find a way to as long as they're at home, like I said, they're undefeated.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They tied Detroit at home, but other than that, they haven't lost a game in Steel City in Pittsburgh. So I thought that was.
And the good thing about playing at home with the Steelers, Heinz Field, you don't know what that weather's gonna be like.
Exactly.
You don't know,
Exactly.
and they bring out those terrible towels, baby. I tell you what, you better be ready if you're home. If you going in there to play the Steelers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you ever remember, it's always a haze on that stand. I know it's in Three River, but it's always a haze in that stadium. So that's the thing that you got to realize when you play them. Another team.
I'm thinking, man, the Steelers and the Browns, the Ravens and the Bengals, the AFC North, man, it is really, really tight.
Yeah, it is. And we haven't talked because the Browns, we'll talk about them. They play the Packers on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about them a little later because that's going to be a big game. And it's just, here's the thing about Baker Mayfield. The guy that beat him out at Texas Tech was Patrick Mahomes. And that's when they went to Oklahoma. He was basically a walk-on at Texas Tech and got mad because they let him play. But, obviously Mahomes was a rare talent. So Cliff decided to start him. And I understand Baker Mayfield came and went to Oklahoma and had a tremendous career. And he was a heck of a player, a number one pick and everything. So those things. But Mayfield is, to me, if he had like Josh at New England or Andy Reid, he would be better because they could show him how to play the game instead of him letting him control it and throw it.
It really makes a difference when you have a quarterback coach. You got a mentor to shape you and mold you and help you understand the whole concept of offense. And I think that's what he's lacking. But for his talent, for his heart, for his winning and his desire to win, he got it. So
there's never been a question there.
Yeah, I just think his supporting cast, he ain't got no tight end like a couple of teams have, so he got he got some parts that he needs. But but I'm telling you, when he's on that football field, he make things happen though.
Yeah. So there's gonna be some good games. This now is getting down to crunch time. So we'll see what teams rise and which teams obviously don't. So let's go to the South. The Titans are 9.
South.
The AFC South. The Titans are 9-6, and the Colts are 8-6, and then you got the Texans.
The Titans 9-5, 14 games. Yeah, they 9-5.
9-5.
Yeah, and the Colts are 8-6.
Yeah.
But I think both of those teams are going to definitely be in the AFC playoffs. One will be a wild card. One's going to be a wild card, and the other's going to be, division leader. So, with 2 games left to go, I just like those Colts the way they playing though.
So right now, if you're saying that, then Oh wow, that'd be some of them. One of them might get the bye, or KC will probably get the bye because they're 10-4, correct?
Right. Right
And
now,
everybody
yeah,
else will be playing
they
that
on
first
top.
week.
They the only 10 team win team in the AFC. So yes.
Yeah, so KC will probably get the bye, even if they. But if the Steelers can find a way to beat them, then it gets even more. It gets tighter because they're 10-5. Then you got all these 9-6, 9. Well, you said that the Titans are 9-5, 8-5, right, or 9-5.
Yeah. Man, that's gonna be interesting though with the Chargers 8-6, Bengals 8-6, the Ravens 8-6, and the Bills 8-6, and the Colts 8-6. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be really, really tight with those teams. But
Yeah, so it's good in the AFC right now. It's good. It's good football.
yeah,
And
it's gonna definitely go down to the last week.
no question,
the last
no
week.
question. It's going to go down, and the AFC is the battles. There's battles right now, and we'll see which team rises to the occasion
Right.
because they're going to have to rise right now. I think the Chargers play somebody like the Texans this week.
Yeah, the Chargers. Who they play this week? I know the Colts gonna play the Cardinals.
Yeah.
The Cardinals don't look. They try to kick their butt. So, but yeah,
that was your team. Now, go ahead.
Man, they don't let the air out of the team.
We're gonna get to it, but I warned you. Any quarterback what Kyler Murray was doing, that disturbed me. When nobody's hitting you and you're falling down, that tells me something.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, you're looking more like an expert than me. Yeah. That's for sure. With them damn Cardinals,
And then you got Hopkins out for how long?
He's out for the season. He's out unless they go to the playoffs. He don't have a chance of coming back.
Yeah.
So the coach go there to play them, but that's the only thing that they got going for them. They're playing at home, but right now they don't look like a team worth a penny.
Excuse me, guys. Doug tried to come in, but his picture didn't come all the way in as his video. So, Doug, if you're listening, I sent you an email to try again. Make sure your camera's on and working. And if you're listening, try it again, my friend. You were in, just not all the way. Thanks, guys.
What happened was Doug is so fast that he got in and he swooped right back out before we could even notice it.
Well, you know what we call that in the country? White lightning phase.
White lightning. Everybody. Oh, hey, I got Jaron Jeffcoat on here. I got family on here. And
what's up, Jaron?
Everyone is here on the Cardinals. Yeah, so he's right. He's right. Everybody's heard on him, but we're going to talk about them a little later.
Them Cardinals, I tell you what, I had picked the Cardinals, man. Now
yes, you did.
Doug has made it in. I can kind of see him. I'm going to try and bring him up and see. We get a good picture. So, Doug Donnelly, guys.
Doug, how are you doing?
Doug.
Doug,
you driving? Doug's in the car.
There must be something about those guys in Texas. They always in their cars.
They got places to go, baby.
Yeah.
Doug, can you hear us?
Doesn't look like it.
Nope. Don't look like it. So,
we'll get him.
Yeah, we'll try again when he gets a shot. So I'll remove him for now and try and bring him back on later, guys.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Tell him to park in that parking lot I parked in last time.
Yeah, tell him that when you're moving, your reception is not as good. Let's go over the NFC East. And let's talk about the NFC East. And who's leading the NFC East? I keep forgetting that team from – hey, you live in Dallas. You live in Arlington.
I'll get plenty of news about the Cowboys. I had to clear my throat, but yeah.
Cowboys. So the Cowboys are
Cowboys. I'm so proud of their defense, and they're playing good football. So
yeah, but here's the interesting thing.
Yeah,
they haven't made the playoffs yet.
Well, they 10-4 though. But yeah.
But they haven't clinched the play. The only team that's clinched a playoff position.
Pittsburgh. I mean, it's Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah, Green
And
Bay.
and here's another interesting thing. If the
What?
Cowboys can win this week and Green Bay loses, then the Cowboys would have the number one overall because the Cowboys have only lost one game in the NFC, and that was to Tampa Bay.
Well, that's what I'm going to tell you. Tampa Bay play the Panthers. So if Tampa Bay win and the Cowboys win, Tampa Bay still got the edge, right?
No, because the Cowboys have only lost one NFC game. Cowboys lost to Denver. They lost to Kansas City and Oakland, and then Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And Tampa Bay has lost twice to New Orleans.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what happened.
Okay. So if they tie, that means the Cowboys have an advantage just because they have more wins in NFC division games.
Yes.
I got you. Okay.
And Mr. Jeffcoat asked, does the NFC East get a second or third playoff team? It's going to be hard. But it's not impossible because right now, Philadelphia is 7-7.
There goes Doug.
There he goes. We hope, Doug.
I think it's just too tough with him being in the car and moving. So he's trying like heck, though. He's trying.
Yeah.
So again, until what I'll do is I'll let you know he's in. You say something if I see he's not in his head or whatever. Then we'll try and get him.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. He's trying.
Yeah, he may not be able to hear us.
He might have to go to the stop or go to the side of the road.
Yeah, let me see if I can talk to him. You guys keep on going. Sorry for keep interrupting.
All right. But back to Dallas, you're right. Their defense is really helping them this time. Dan Quinn might have played himself into another head coaching job.
Yeah, he definitely gonna get another opportunity. I mean, he didn't do a bad job in Atlanta.
No.
But
no.
What I like about Dan Quinn is that the players are responding to him.
Yeah, they are.
When he had his chance to coach a couple of weeks ago on the sideline, they played the Saints. Man, the team really rallied. He fired them up coming off the football field. And, that's a different vibe, and players like that.
It really is. It really is, and he's doing a good job. But their offense. What bothered me about last week, you were talking about the Giants game. We were talking about it off screen. Is CeeDee Lamb. I know CeeDee Lamb is a talent, but when Dak rolled out and CeeDee Lamb had a chance to block somebody, he just kind of touched him and let him go sack Dak. Yeah. That bothers me about him, and so he drops too many passes for me.
Well, I think too. He's still playing. I think he's not playing. I think it's something. Maybe a coach needs to talk to him or get him fired up or something. It's just a little something that's happening with him ever since he had that concussion. Seems like he's still lacking. Lacking a little something. So I just think it's just a matter of him gaining his confidence back and getting a little bit more momentum about himself.
Yeah, and I've noticed they kind of Gallup is disappearing. Michael Gallup is disappearing from the offense. You don't hear.
I think seems like to me the play calling and the route running is not the same as it was the first 8 games of the season with the Cowboys. Seems like they are lacking. Seems like they're running more medium routes versus vertical routes like they were early in the season.
I agree, and they're going to have to run vertical routes at some point against the really talented teams. So you're right. They're going to, and their running game looked a little better last week, but it's still got a long way to go because both Zeke and Pollard had over 60 yards rushing. So
you can tell the running back is nicked up a little bit, and the offensive line, has got to. What do you say? I have to teach Lamb how to block.
Yeah, he does.
I can block my butt off that. We have to teach him how to put that chest up in that body.
But we're going to see the Cowboys play the Washington football team, and it's a really short week for Washington.
Short week.
Tuesday, and they struggled. They got Garrett Gilbert, who played for us when I was coaching the AAF. He was pretty good. Then he also played for Cleveland and the Cowboys. He started for the Cowboys one game. So
they got the Monday night game, right? The Cowboys in Washington?
No. Miami's on the Monday night game.
Okay. They got the Sunday night, I guess.
Yeah, they got us. I don't think they have the Sunday night. They probably do.
Okay.
Yeah, they might, but I don't think it is. Because no, it isn't. It's a
the Steelers and the Chiefs. The Steelers and the Chiefs.
Yeah, got the Sunday night game. So
yeah, Doug just texted me and say he having trouble getting in, man. We wanted Doug to come on and
talk about his son.
His son named Drew, and Drew played for University of Cincinnati, and but Doug was a second-round draft choice for Ohio State. Played with the Cowboys.
And was Big Ten sprint champion.
Yeah, could run, man. Doug's a great guy.
Yes, he is. He's a very good guy.
Yeah.
But let's go a little bit on there. The Eagles. We've talked about it, and the Eagles were down 10-0. They had four turnovers in the first half.
Yeah, they looked really bad. I mean, it was turning the ball over. The running back was was the only thing that was looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts was messing up a little bit, fumbled inside, inside the 30, on the side of the field. But they start off really bad, but they gained some momentum. Yeah.
And I think you mentioned this before. The thing that scares you about the Eagles is that speed. They do have speed.
They have speed, yeah.
And that's the thing, especially with the receivers, obviously, and the running game. They might be one of the faster teams in the NFL, and that's what getting me with Hurts. And you put it in there. And here's the thing I didn't notice until last week. They had scored on every 2-point play that they tried. Well, actually, that's not true because they didn't go. Remember, they were going for a 2-point play, and they called timeout.
Right.
So when they called
they trying to get them to jump offside.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They called timeout. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they did. But it's going to be interesting. They play the Giants this week, and just like you said in the past, the Giants and the Eagles is a different game. That is a true NFC East game. You can throw the records out.
Absolutely. I was gonna say, you throw the records out. You come to play. It's a hard hat game that might go down to the last team they have the ball.
Yeah,
because
it might be.
All of NFC East games gonna be like that. They always have been.
You think Jake Fromm will start?
I think so. Yeah, no doubt. So? He gonna give them the better chance to win, and I think you don't sit down. You ain't gonna be like the Eagles were last year, giving the game away.
Yeah.
You play to win. I was just shocked the way, and I think that's why Doug Peterson wasn't there no more. He sat there and lost that last game last year.
Yeah.
Against the Washington team.
Let me ask you this question. We know that they're getting rid of Dave Gettleman. We know that's going to happen. But do you think there's probably internal maybe moving on from Joe Judge in the Giants organization?
I think it's going to depend on what happens in the next 2 weeks. I think it's going to depend on the morale of the team, how the Giants play, how the players respond to him. They need to go out with a bang. I think, it's always about winning games. And if they don't show up and beat the Eagles this week, if they don't beat the Eagles this week, then I think, it might be a 50-50 chance that he might not be there.
But here's the thing. If you look around the NFL, the teams that normally stay successful, they stay with those coaches. And I'm not saying Joe Judge is the next great thing. Here we go.
Yeah, let's Doug, can you raise your hand if you can hear me, Doug? Can you hear me? Doug, can you hear me? I'll bring you on if you can hear me. Okay, here we go, Doug. Donnelly's coming on, folks.
Doug.
What's up, Doug?
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
All right. You finally made it in.
Yeah, I'm in my car driving out to the airport to pick up my son, and I was having a little trouble getting on.
Yeah. Congratulations. That's an exciting time.
Hey, Doug, man, good to see you, man. I know one thing. Drew can outrun you. I can tell you that.
There's no question about that. I told Drew they used to call me White Lightning. Now they just call me White.
Hey, that's what I just told him. I say,
Yeah.
you know, that white lightning right there. You can run in the dark and still see that white trail.
I don't know if I should tell this story about you, Doug, but I still remember it, the day that you and Tony Dorsett had that race, and they brought out the cameras and everything at the old practice facility on Forest Lane. That was something that day.
Yes, everyone was throwing down bets and hoping,
Yep.
man, we can't let this white guy win. There's no way.
And remember T came late? He came late?
Yes.
And then he touched his toes and said, I'm ready.
Yeah, that's right.
You know he was somewhere getting ready for it.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was warming up.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
But yeah, and you were Big Ten sprint champ, right?
Yeah, I ran indoor. And ran
indoor
60.
big sprint.
Yep.
Yeah. And Drew, we know that Drew was in the finals in Texas.
Yeah, he got second in the state, and you know, he was just coming off knee surgery, but yeah, he ran a 10.3 coming off knee surgery, so that's not bad.
No,
Yeah,
that's
great.
really good.
That's
so
awesome.
Somebody asked who won between you and Dorsett. I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, TD got me, man. He came out of that block. You know, TD is quick. And I feel like if I had 10 more yards, I could have got him. But, yeah, he got me.
Hey, people don't realize, Doug, it's all about that start, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, that was fun times.
Yeah, that was fun times, wasn't it? That was fun times. But let's talk about Drew. Now he's up in Cincinnati. He originally committed to Ole Miss, correct?
Yes. He committed to Ole Miss. They were coming after him hard, and then you know, he hurt his knee in the fourth game of the season.
Yes.
And in Lane Kiffin fashion, Lane pulled the scholarship. So that's why he ended up going somewhere else, is because Ole Miss pulled the scholarship.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that was kind of a shock that happened. And but you know, I guess the landing spot wasn't too bad.
Nah.
Hey,
not at all.
You shouldn't have no regrets. I'll tell you that now.
No. So
and I'm sure a lot of your family's still in the Ohio area, so
you
get the opportunity to watch him.
It all works out for the best, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, he's in a good spot. He loves the team. It's a great culture. Coach Fickle and the staff are really special, and obviously, you know, they've you know what they've done up there, and they've got a big test coming up here New Year's Eve. So we'll see.
Now, did Fickle play at Ohio State?
Yeah, he was a nose guard at Ohio State. He came after me, but yeah, he played at Ohio State, and he coached there for a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that was true, because I think he played with Vrabel, Mike Vrabel.
Yep, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah. But it's I watch them all the time, and they are talented, but they work hard.
Yeah,
and everybody thinks Georgia is Alabama. They play
right.
And they think they're just going to walk. Hey, Alabama's going to have they're going to be full, because I mean that's a talented team, and they're confident. I mean, you saw what they did to Ohio State.
Right. Well, they play hard. They work extremely hard, and all teams do. But you know, they believe, and they just got to really. You know, teams talk about culture, but it's one thing to talk about it, and it's another thing to actually have it.
Yes.
You know, and they've got it. You know, so it's going to be a fun game. I hope it's competitive. I think it will be, and we'll see.
The great thing for you is it's right here. It's at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah. Oh, I know, because I got any luckier than that.
That's gonna be great.
I don't have to fly down to Miami, and you know, I could just come and stay here in the backyard. So yeah, it's going to be cool.
Exactly. I'm happy for you. Because that is a heck of an opportunity.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, Doug. I had two girls.
It really is.
I had girls, and I didn't have a chance to have a boy, but I got some grandboys. But just to share with some people about having an athlete and a son growing up under your shadow. I know Jeff had Jackson over there. He just won the Grey Cup last week. So you guys are much success with your boys, and just growing up and giving them that insight of how to become a professional athlete.
Yeah, it was we had a hard time having kids, and then when we got Drew, it was just a blessing. And then, you know, um, I started working with him very young. He was, he just wanted to follow Dad's footsteps, and we worked on speed training. Uh, we did all kinds of things, and so yeah, it was a dream come true that to have a kid that number one had the talent, you know, to do it, but then had the desire and the work ethic to want to make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that is good.
he's done that, and so it's been really a blessing. And to see him work so hard, and now it's tough on him, as you guys know, as athletes, you want to play, right? So that first year, sitting and
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you went out on us.
can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
getting
can hear you.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it was just a blessing, that Drew, just as the type of kid he is. He's just such a hard worker. He's a good kid. He's very talented, and it's been fun to watch. As you know, with kids, it's there's nothing greater than watching your kid perform.
No question. And
Yeah.
I had Jackson had the advantage of having an older brother, Jaron, who would work with him, teach him the ins and outs of every sport. And you need that. And you did that with Drew. And once you have somebody, and Jackson idolized Jaron, his older brother, and his older brother idolized him. And then you obviously Drew idolized you. So, and he wanted to be,
Yeah,
he might. I still take you
yes.
in the race with him, but
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And the good thing about being a dad, you can tell a kid to do all the good things that you did and eliminate all the bad things that you did. And
exactly.
and so trying to get to this airport here. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we know. Well, we won't keep you much longer because
Yeah,
we
you
know
gotta
that.
stay focused in that
Yeah,
airport.
you got to stay. We don't want anything to happen to you, especially going to get Drew. But we're very happy for you. That's a great opportunity, and we're going to be pulling for Cincinnati this week.
I'm pulling for Cincinnati.
Yep.
I told Drew, I said, Drew, you got 49 states rooting for you because no one wants Bama.
Nobody wants Bama, that's for sure.
That's true.
No, nobody wants Bama. So,
no.
Yeah, so we'll see. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Well,
and,
thank you, and good luck. And it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game, and it's a great enjoy. You know how it is, and enjoy the experience.
Take it in, man. I told Drew, I said, this is happening in your first year. Don't take it for granted, man. It's not easy to get where you are.
No,
exactly.
No, and you never know if you can make that again.
I was
right.
gonna say, tell
exactly
Drew,
right.
man, patience is something that we all had to go through as a freshman. But hey, his day is gonna come.
Yep.
Yes, that's exactly right.
No question.
All right,
but
guys.
Thank you for your time. Good luck and
all
be
right,
safe driving, and happy holidays.
Same
Go
to you guys.
Giants. Go Giants.
All right.
Oh, go Giants.
I had to say that, man. Got two Cowboys on, man. I'm in the middle. Man. I got to say something to go make y'all laugh.
Man.
Make y'all laugh.
Oh, yeah. But I think the Giants, and we were talking about Joe Judge.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if he's the guy, but you got to give him time to find out if he is. I hope he learns from some of the things that he's done in the past and matures, because you want your players to mature, but as a coach, you have to mature and understand the right things you did and the wrong things in the offseason. You can't just, yell at guys and MF them. You got to give them reasons why this is the way I'm doing it.
Yeah, and you can't make them run out to practice. You make a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Some things you just can't do in the NFL that you can do in college and high school. But, a couple of things, too. It's 32 guys coaching in the National Football League, and you got to take advantage of that time. It's a key time. You got to get some right coaches in place. You got to bring the right chemistry for his players, and of course they was bugged by injuries this year, but I think he deserves some more time, no doubt.
Yeah, and Jaron asked the question: how important is continuity compared to fit in in the NFL? If you look at the teams, Bill Belichick has been there, obviously, because he's had success
Right.
For quite a while, and that's why New England, because they kind of know his personality. Mike Tomlin, and we talked about that earlier with Pittsburgh, although Pittsburgh might not have the talent they've had in the past, but they've had him, and they understand what he wants and what he's asking for. And the teams that can, I think Matt Rule's that kind of guy. I think Matt Rule's going to be very successful if they give him enough time.
Yeah, and just think about this: Pete Carroll over there in Seattle, they having a rough time with that team as well. So he have done a good job up until this point.
Exactly.
And so it's gonna be some things, gonna be some changes over there in Seattle.
Oh, no question.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's a team that you probably are going to be shocked that I say that this is. Oh, when we talk about Harbaugh, John Harbaugh is another one that's been long term. But I think if Houston, the Texans, give Cully enough time, I know you're going to be shocked on that, because he came into a difficult situation.
I'm backpedaling on this.
I think they're going to be okay, because this guy can coach.
You see, I'm backpedaling. I'm backpedaling. This is what you call backpedaling.
But remember, I said that because I think he does some good things, and he walked into an extremely difficult. Obviously, Watts trade to Arizona, the things that are going on with the quarterback and things of that nature, and he walked in there, but he's made some pretty solid decisions. And
no doubt. And I just think you have to give these coaches 2 to 3 years, at least 3 to 4 years to put their imprint on the team, put their mark on the team, get the right chemistry in there with the right coaches. And it's very hard to bring in certain kind of talent with the free agent market. So and then you always have the salary cap. So it's a lot of things that's in the mix that make it to where you got to see if everything that you're gonna want to do with the talent that you have, or the talent that's given to you, and you got to turn around real quick, because it's all about winning in the National Football League.
Yeah, let's get real quick to a couple other divisions before we leave.
Okay.
We know that in the West, the Cardinals and the Rams are 10-4. So
the Rams go to the Vikings this week.
Yes, which is going to be a tough. Mike Zimmer, every game is a crucial game for him. Yeah. We talked about it. He's been there for quite a while, and it seems like their arrow is pointing down instead of pointing up. So this is a must-win. Kirk Cousins is playing the best he's ever played.
He has really turned it around.
He really has.
He get the ball to Jefferson, and they look good on offense. I mean, they do. They're exciting to watch.
They are. So I don't think the Rams are just going to walk in there. And I'm still not a Stafford guy. I'm just being honest. I think Stafford, he gets a lot of stats, but he doesn't win games. He doesn't win championships. Yeah. So that'll be a good game there.
Well, he's from Dallas. I'm a Stafford guy, and I think.
But he played University of Georgia and everything. And
but he came from Dallas.
Not nothing, but he's from Highland Park.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now let's talk about the 49ers. They got to be one of the scariest teams in the NFL right now. I don't want to see them.
The 49ers.
Debo.
Hey, and the coaches, and the coaches know how to win games. And so, Shannon, he you got to give the 49ers, they are 8-6, and they are looking to beat. They 8-6. So I'm thinking the Rams, and if the Cardinals hadn't got a good start, it'll be the 49ers and the Rams, which been controlling that over there.
Yeah.
So,
but as long as you got a guy like Debo Samuels on your team who can run the ball, he's a receiver. He scored a touchdown. They said he's one of the only person in history to do what he's done as a receiver. I mean,
Yeah,
Debo
he's
is
a hybrid. He's a hybrid, no doubt.
yeah, he
He
really
was
is. He's
Buffalo.
kind of like the player at Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah. But you have to take your hat off to him. And I just think the 49ers, if they win the next 2 games, they definitely in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, no question, no
Yeah.
question. And then in the last one is the South, and we got obviously the Bucks, and they're 10-4,
Mhm.
and like you said, they've lost 2 games to the next team, the Saints, who's 7-7.
Right.
I don't know how the Saints are doing it. You know, they got dial a quarterback. Yeah. Taysom Hill is as old as I am. Shoot, Taysom Hill was playing at BYU when I was playing.
Hey, he just got that longevity, man. So hey,
Yeah.
he definitely man, he run that ball, can throw that ball, and you can just appreciate what he brings to the table. So what I like about the Saints is that you better play hard because their defense is no joke.
Yeah. And
So,
their defensive coordinator, he might get another chance. He had him going. He had him playing hard.
yeah, Allen, he really,
Yeah.
they mentioned his name in some of these
Dennis
new
Allen.
jobs, so it's gonna be another opportunity for him. Look like.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit about a couple games we looked at it last week. The Steelers, they beat the Titans 19-13, typical Steelers game, and
Right.
they might be rounding off. There's another team that might be getting better as the season progresses.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Buffalo Bills beat people they're supposed to beat.
Well,
So
we'll see what they do this week. We'll see if they're
Yes.
going up to New England. We'll see what they do this week.
But the weather should be better. There's
Yeah.
no winds or anything, and they have to be better. Here is the biggest one of the week.
What?
And nobody saw this. The Lions beating the Cardinals.
Absolutely.
And they didn't just beat them, they spanked them.
They spanked them. And to me, man, I wanted to stick a fork in the Cardinals' butt and say, hey, you guys better be glad you got a good start this year because y'all play like garbage. They play like garbage.
And maybe, Patrick Mahomes had his issues earlier in the year, but to me, Kyler Murray, some of the things that he does, and it's not decisions, it's just, is he really truly? Because, nobody's touching him and he's falling. And I didn't like Kyler Murray. But I always thought.
Yeah, no doubt.
I always thought because of his size, it's going to be difficult being hit that many times.
Right.
And I always thought that was going to be an issue with him in the NFL.
Yeah. Well,
Jaron lost his mind.
Who is that?
Jaron said that New England's going to finish in third in the AFC East.
It's going to be hard to see that.
Yeah, I can't.
Thinking that the Dolphins going to get up there or something? What
he said that the Bills and the Dolphins are going to pass them. I think Jaron done lost his mind.
I don't see New England losing 2 games. They might lose 1, but they ain't going to lose 2.
Yeah. No,
they
I'll
definitely going
look
to be
at
in the playoffs.
I
I just think the Dolphins got a late start, and they going to be on that 10%, maybe 10% make it to the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Is Darren drinking? What are you drinking over there? He drinking that moonshine? They drinking that moonshine?
I don't think he is. I'm looking at him. He don't look like he's drinking moonshine.
But Darren know football though.
He must be sneaking it.
Darren knows football. He knows football. He might know some things now.
He does. He knows football. Boy, this was a quick night tonight.
Well, it's getting close to Christmas. It's getting close to Christmas. So
yeah. Want to wish everybody a happy, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'm going to practice my waddle.
You better practice that waddle because Darren just said that the Dolphins going to make the playoffs.
The waddle. Got to have that waddle.
You got to be a receiver to do the waddle, baby.
Hey, Happy holidays to everyone out there. Thank you for watching. And we're going to be back here celebrating, and make sure you stay safe.
On the Talking Shop, baby. On the Talking Shop.
There you go.
All right, Jay.